Good morning, everyone. My report today is all about the Philippines Professional Standard for Teachers, or the PPST. So, let us define what is the PPST. So, the Philippines Professional Standard for Teachers, or the acronym PPST, shall be used as a basis for all learning and development programs for teachers to ensure that teachers are properly equipped to effectively implement the K-12 program. So the PPSD is the basis for all the learning and the development program of the teachers. So it makes ensure that the teachers are equipped effectively so that the teacher can implement the K-12 program properly or accurately. So meaning to say, if you are a professional teacher, you have a standard to be followed. You can't make to your own performance, your own assessment, but instead it will base on the PPST, which is it undergoes process. Okay, it can also be used for the selection and promotion of the teacher. So with the use of the PPST, the DepEd can select and promote the teachers. All the performance appraisal for the teacher shall be based on the set of the standard of the PPST. So, if you are a teacher, your performance, your appraisal will be based on the standard of the PPST. Okay, next we have the let us what are the uses of the Philippines Professional Standard for Teachers? So let us define. According to Department Order Number 42 in the 2017, the Philippines Professional Standard for Teachers shall be used as a basis for all learning and development programs for teachers to ensure that teachers are properly equipped to effectively implement the K-12 program. So that is the use of the Philippines Professional Standard for Teachers, to make ensure to the teacher that they can effectively implement the Creative Hub program. Second, the teacher performance. Okay, what I have mentioned earlier, that the performance appraisal should be also aligned to the PPST. Your performance as a professional teacher aligned in the PPST, you can make your own performance, but instead it will be aligned in the PPST. So further, the PPST can also be used for the selections. Okay, with the use of the PPST as education, they can select and promote the teachers. Next, we have, why was the Philippines Professional Standard for Teacher, or PPST, developed? The PPST was developed after a major consultations with the stakeholders, particularly the senior official of the Department of Education. The wide consultation emphasized the rethinking of the national competency based teacher standard, or the NCBTS. Because of the changes brought about by the various national and global frameworks, such as the K-12 reform in ASEAN integration, as well as globalization and changing character of the 21st century learners. So that's why was the Philippines Professional Standard for Teacher, or the PPST, developed. So when there are major consultation with the key stakeholders, and they are thinking of the national competency based teacher standard, because of the changes brought about the various national and global frameworks, such as K-12 reform in ASEAN instigation. Okay, next we have, does the Philippines Professional Standard for Teacher, or the PPST, replace in NCBTS? The answer is yes. This happens upon the signing in the policy of the DepEd Order Number 42, 2017 on the national adoption and implementation of the Philippines Professional Standard for Teachers. So, the PPST replaced the NCBTS. Next, we have why do we need? So the question is, why do we need the Philippines Professional Standard for Teachers? So, among others, the Philippines Professional Standard for Teachers can be used in. So, the answer for the question, why do we need the Philippines Professional Standard for Teacher? First, we have endorsing programs for initial teacher education. Second, through the PPST, we can registering and accrediting teachers so they can registered and accredit teachers. Second, raising the quality of professional learning. So of course, if there are a professional standard, so possibility the quality of the professional or that even the different teacher can enhance their quality or professional learning because there are the different stages if you want to come to be a professional teacher. Identifying and recognizing the exemplary high level practice or if it has a standard, if you have a professional standard. Fifth, we have developing standard for leadership. So if we have if there are PPST involved in the education or in the teacher life, they can develop their standard for leadership, followed by establishing a consistent evaluation. They are their assessment process associated with each career stage to assessment process. So the teacher can be assessed through the assessment process. For example, each career stage that preserve the integrity of the PPST. And 7, we have maintaining an efficient document process associated with achievement of the indicators across the career stage. So, maintaining an efficient documentation. So, in the indicators across the career stage. Okay, next we have why. Why focus on teacher quality? So, evidence show unequivocally that the good teachers are vital to raising student achievement. So, here the good teachers are vital raising students. So, that's why we need to focus on the teacher quality because quality learning is contingent upon quality teaching. If you are have a good quality of teaching, if the teacher is more efficient in teaching, or if she or he is intelligent in teaching, or his her or quality is good in teaching, and therefore the student achievements is efficient and excellence. That's why we need to focus on the teacher quality because the teacher will be the one who motivate the student. With the teaching of the teachers, with each performance uh, requested, what the students did is reflect on the student. If the teacher has a low quality of teaching and therefore the student has a low performance of achievements, that's why we need to focus on the quality of the teacher. Hence, enhancing teacher quality, okay, becomes an utmost important for long-term and sustainable nation building. So for long-term, so if you are a good enough teacher, if you have a good quality in teaching, meaning to say it is a for long-term because anytime of your teaching, it is your way on how you teach or motivate a certain student. Okay, next we have how was the PPST or the Philippines Professional Standard for Teachers developed? So let us answer the questions. The Department of Education, through the Joint Advisory Board chaired by the Secretary of Education, approved the development and validation of developmental teacher standard comprising distinct career stages. So there are teacher standard comprising of career stages. So the Philippines National Research Center for Teacher Quality or the RCTQ based in the Philippines Normal University, led the research development work with support from the Senior National Research Center in the Australia. So that's how the PPST developed the Department of Education through the Joint Advisory. Okay, in the Philippines National Research Center for the Teacher Quality, based in the Philippines Normal University. Then followed by the were key stakeholders involved in the process of development and validation of the PPST. Okay, what do you think? Okay, the answer is yes, over 10,000 pre and service teachers. Okay, the involved there are the service teachers, the principals, of course, you have also the supervisor, the DIP and the regional directors, and the other educators across all regions. Okay, that's when you ask where the key stakeholders involved in the process or the development and validation of the PPST. Okay, the answer is yes. The government agency other than DepEd, the Professional Regulation Commission, the Commission on Higher Education, the Civil Service Commission, as well as non-government organization are the Philippines Business for Education Foundation for Upgrading the Standard of Education, and were part of the reference panel. So they are the panel, all the DepEd regional directors, the teachers, the principals in the government agency, either it is a government and non-government organization. They are involved, the stakeholders are involved in the process of development and validation of the PPST. Okay, let us continue. So, what are some important features of Philippines professional standard for teachers or the PPST? So, there are important features of the professional standard. Okay, let us discover. The PPST captures teacher quality requirements in the K to 12. Among others, it gives a focus on first, mother tongue to facilitate teaching and learning. They can facilitate the mother tongue in a teaching and learning. Second, learners in different circumstances, difficult circumstances. That is some of the important features of the PPST. Third, strategies for promoting literacy and numeracy. Fourth, the positive use of ICT. So, some important features of the professional standard for teacher, the application or the positive use of ICT. And fifth, the classroom communication strategies. So, those are the some important features of the PPST. So, PPST has a domain called Content, Knowledge, and Pedagogy. This is at the core of the K-12 program. So, and sends a message to teachers that for them to be considered a quality teachers, they should know what to teach and how to teach. So it is very understandable that the PP is stated there that if you want to have a good considered a quality teachers, so possibly you know how to teach and you know what to teach and you know how to teach among others. Okay, let us continue for the let us talk about the what are the domains of Philippines professional teachers or PPST. So here below there are seven domains of PPST. First, content, knowledge, and the pedagogy. So, the first domain of the PPS is second, learning environment. Okay. For the third, we have the diversity of learners. Fourth, the curriculum and planning, followed by the assessment and reporting. Six, the community linkage and professional engagement. Seven, the personal growth of the professional development. So, these are the different domains of the PPST or Philippines Professional Standard for the teacher. one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 domains or 7 domains of the PPST. So let us next we have what qualities are expected of teachers based these domains of the Philippines Professional Standard for Teachers or PPST. What qualities, so we talk about what qualities of the teachers are expected to be based on the PPST. So as articulated in the domains of PPST, teacher must among others know what to teach. Or if you are a professional standard teacher, even you are not a professional standard, you know what you are going to teach and you know what is your strategy how to teach it. Second, maintain a learning focused environment. Oh yes, because learning in your focus in your environment is very important as a teacher. Third one, respond to the learner's diversity. Okay, you cannot select any culture or one culture of your learners, but instead, you can respond to learner diversity because there are different kinds of learner within your learning environment. So fourth, we have plan and design effective instruction. So if you are a qualities teacher or if you are a professional teachers, you can plan and design an effective instruction for your student in order to enhance their performance in learning. Okay, followed by use a variety of assessment tools. Oh, that is one of the qualities expected for the PPST. And then establish community relationship, uphold in professional ethics. So if you are a teacher, you can establish your relationship with your student in your professional ethics. And then seven, engage in professional reflection. And that's you are a teacher, you can assume responsibility for the personal professional learning. Okay, that's all the qualities that are expected teachers based on these domains of the PBST or the Philippines Professional Standard for Teachers. Okay, let us continue. Okay, let us talk about what are the four career stages of Philippines Professional Standard for Teachers. Okay, do you think entering on the life of being a professional teacher is easy? Okay, let us find the four career stages. First, and talk about the beginning teachers. Okay, if you are the beginning teachers, which is the career stage 1, are those who have gained qualification recognized for entry into teaching profession. Teachers at this stage are supported to reach the career stage 2 within the 2 or 3 years. Okay, that is a career stages being a professional standard teachers. If you are in career stage 1, you are finished again a qualification in entry into teaching profession. You can support to reach the career stage 2 within 2 to 3 years. Okay. Followed by proficient teachers. If you are finished at the beginning teachers, next you have a proficient teachers. It is the career stage 2. Okay, let us define what is proficient teachers. Stage 2 are professional, independent, okay, with application of skills vital to teaching learning process, or there are no skills in teaching process, learning process. This stage shows that the acceptability standard for all teachers which should be reached within the first 2 to 3 years of teaching. So this is the definition of the stage 2. And there will be a what difference between the stage 1 or the care stage 1 of teaching. Second, the third stage, care stage of teaching, highly proficient teachers. So consistently display a high level of performance of teaching practice. So if you are here in the stage 3, if you are highly proficient teacher, expected that you are having a high level of performance in your teaching practice. So we are accomplished practitioners who mentor and work collegially with other staff. So this is now highly proficient teachers. This is the stage that the master teachers are expected to be at and distinguish the teacher's career. Okay, then followed by the fourth stages, career stage 4, the distinguish the teachers. So if you are a distinguished teacher or if you are totally in the career stage 4, so you are embodied the highest standard for teaching, grounded in a global best practice. So they are recognized as a leaders in education. Okay, you can be recognized as a leader in education, contributors to the profession, and indicators in collaboration and partnerships. So those are the four characteristics of being a professional standard for teacher. So next we have, are there tools based on the Philippines professional standard for teachers that may be used for teacher assessment? Okay, let us say the answer. Yes, the RCTQ developed teacher assessment tools in partnership with the Fed Bureau of Human Resource and Organization Development, or the BHO, with support from the best programs. So they develop a teacher assessment tool. Okay, these tools include as self-assessment tools or the SAT. Second, the classroom observation tools or the COT. And the third one, result-based performance management system or tools for the teachers. So there are tools based on the professional standard for teachers. Then followed by, can we craft our own PPST based tools? So the question is if they can craft their own PPST based tools. So the answer is yes, but you have to ensure that the tools you are based on the PPST as indicated in Department Order number 42 2017. Yes, if you can craft your own PPST based tools, but make sure that those tools are what they align or based on the PPST standard. Next, we have, can the Philippines Professional Standard for Teacher or PPST be used as a rubric to assist teachers' performance? Okay, the answer is, okay, what do you think? The PPST can be used as a rubric to assess teacher performance? Okay, the answer is the PPST or the Philippines Professional Standard is not a rubric and is not a tool to assist teachers' performance. However, it can be used as a framework. Okay, it is not be a rubric, but it can be as a framework upon which teachers support tools such as self-assessment tools, classroom observation tools, or RMPS tools can be based. So that is the answer for the questions that the PPST be as a rubric to assist teacher performance. So it's not a rubric, but either it is a framework which the teachers support tools for self-assessment. Okay, followed by, how can we measure the competency of our teachers in every strand or indicator objectively? Okay, are there specific means of verification for each indicator? So the answer is, the result-based performance management or system or the RMPS tools based on PPST have specific move for the 12 indicators of the PPST. The classroom observation tools have specific examples of classroom practice to guide the observers. Okay, you have their observation tools to observe the the teacher's competencies in every strand they meet. So, okay, let us continue. So, there are a next question. Will the Philippines Professional Standard for Teachers assessment tools be used for the hiring and promotion of teachers? Okay, the answer is policies concerning these matters are yet to be developed. Followed by, we have here the Code of Ethics for Educators. We talk about the Code of Ethics. So, whether online or in the classroom, the teachers help students learn the course material. So, but beside going over subject like math or science or reading, educators also help students by teaching them a valuable life lessons by setting a positive example. If you are a teacher, you are the instructor, you are the model. As a role models for students, teacher must follow a professional. If you are a professional teacher, if you can guide your student within the learning environment, whether it is an online or within a face-to-face mode of learning. In the different subject matter in the different courses, either it is a science, it is a math, it is your task or job to model them, to model as the role in the learning process. So, the first code ethic of educator first, putting student first. So we need to put student first. Teacher must model strong character traits. So if you are a teacher, you have strong character traits, including your perseverance, your being honesty or respect as a teacher, lawfulness, fairness, patient. Okay, you are patient as a teacher, and you have your unity with your student. You have your collaboration as a teacher. You have also to respect and you are be honest. Okay, as an educator, teacher must treat every student with kindness, so it is your responsibility. If you are a teacher, you show your kindness, especially your respect without showing any you have without showing your favoritism as a teacher, prejudice or partiality, because as what we have seen, there are teachers showing a favoritism, and it is not included there at the code of ethics of being a teacher or being a professional standard educator, or even if you are not professional standard educator. Teacher must maintain a confidentiality unless a scenario warrants involved from parents, school administration, or law enforcement, and never use relationship with a student or personal gain. So that is the first code of ethic of being a teacher, showing your good trait character to your student. Okay, followed by showing your commitment on the job. So, educator must commit wholly to the teaching profession itself. If you are a teacher, you are wholly committed to your profession itself. You teach your children. It is your commitment. A classroom should promote safety, security, and acceptance, and should always avoid there is always bullying in a classroom, hostility, neglect, dishonesty, or offense conduct. So, teacher must accurately describe their qualifications, license, and credentials to education boards of administration offices that they hired them. So, you need to show that you are a commitment on your job. You can wholly do your teaching if you are a profession of yourself. So next we have promote and uphold healthy relationship. Okay, on the top of fostering healthy relationship with student, educator must build a strong relationship. Okay, with school staff, parents. You have your healthy routine with the parents of your student, with your own school staff, the guidance counselors, the co-workers, and administrators. Teachers must keep from discussing private information about colleagues, students, unless disclosure is required under the law. Okay, that is your how you can promote as a teacher and healthy relationship between your staff, parents, guidance counselors, and co-workers and administrators. Okay, the next code of ethic being educator is never stop learning. So, okay, why do you think that stated that never stop learning? Because you are already a teacher. Why we need to learn more to continue learning? And educators could of conduct demands attentiveness to continuing education requirement and career development. Okay, teacher must spend time researching new teaching method. Okay, as a teacher, that's why stated above that never stop learning, because you are a teacher, you can do a lot of research about your teaching style, about your teaching methods. Um, Implemented in a class. Attend classes to maintain their certifications. Okay, that is your continue learning. Attend classes to maintain their certification. Consult colleagues professional advice. So you need, as a teacher, you need also your advice. Stay informed of technical advancement for the classrooms. Okay, and participate in a curriculum improvement. So that's why we can say nowadays that even though our teacher are expert enough, but we can observe that they are attending meetings, webinar. That's because in that through the webinars they attended, they can get more knowledge, or they can get more teaching method or their strategies, and the way they monitor the classroom. Okay, a teacher must ensure that their teaching methods are relevant and comprehensively for all students. Okay, that's why the teacher can't stop the learning, because they can cope up new knowledge on how they teach students. Teachers must engage in educational research to continuously improve their strategies in the classroom. That is the main reason why the teacher can stop, never stop in learning, because as a teacher, it is your responsibility to continue your learning or upgrade your learning. What other did you need to follow according to the Philippines professional standard for teacher. And that would be all about my report, and thank you for watching.